Hi, and welcome to Hypetex Tech Corner. In this video, we will be discussing best practices for cutting and joining the layers when using Hypetex colored materials. The difference between processing Hypetex colored materials and your traditional non-colored materials is the attention required to the visible ply drop-offs and cutting lines. Because a brighter color will highlight the pattern of the woven fabric, it also exaggerates the transitions between two plies and the possible angle differences. It will also contrast more with the plies drop-off or the cutting lines needed to conform the visible layer to the mold surface. These can result in unwanted black lines. These lines are equally present in the manufacturing of any black carbon fiber product, but due to their black-on-black finishing, they are less visible. Today we're going to see what your options are to either get rid of these black lines or to implement design features that will enhance the aesthetics of your products. Option 1. Using these cuts as design elements. Cutting lines are often needed to apply the layers tightly in the corners or to compensate for compound curvatures. Instead of trying to hide them, they could become a design element by integrating a logo, a line following a sharp edge, creating a design pattern in unstructural areas, and so on. The second option is painting over or covering them with another material if any assembly is required. Vinyl wraps are also an option. Painting over the cutting and joining lines must be the easiest way to cover them, but cannot be implemented on all products and designs. The third option is to use this opportunity to change angles, colors, or material. The cutting and joining lines are visible because of the contrast between the thin black edge of the ply and the bright color of the fabric. By bringing a visual element with a high contrast, the cutting line will simply disappear. These contrast elements can be 1. Rotating the fabric by 90 degrees, or 45 degrees, or any other angle. 2. Using a darker color fabric to either cover the joint or be right next to the dropping off ply. Most of our bright fabrics come with a darker side. This can be a great way of having a two-tone product using only one fabric. There are plenty of examples of this option in the world. 3. Using a different material aside from it. This might be redundant with the previous point, but using a spread toe close to a standard 2x2 twill 3K will create more contrast than the line. The color will be consistent, only the appearance will give more complexity to the part. The final option is a technical option that requires some techniques that are only seen at places dealing with colored fabrics. It will require more time, accuracy, and patience at the layering step, but will create seamless joints. It consists of using an extra centimeter or so of material and folding it over the joining section. You can use a ruler or a jig covered in Teflon tape for a better result. The jig, covered in Teflon, is positioned at the joint line, and the first layer is firmly applied on both the mold and the jig. The jig is then used to fold the layer at the joint line, without pulling the rest of the layer from the mold surface. Some pressure is applied to stick the flange to the main part, and the jig is removed. Finally, the second layer is applied over the folded layer with some extra material to get a seamless joint. This technique will provide a seamless joint. However, it does require more material, thus more weight and technique, especially with non-straight joints. The same process can be done, but requires working the joint little by little and cutting some relief cuts to fold the flange. It should only be used if the first three options are not suitable. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.